Under the insecure attachment styles, we see that divided out in a couple of ways: avoidance in relationships and anxiety in relationships. You go over and there's the dismissing quadrant. So this person would have low anxiety about relationships, but they're pretty still high avoidant. That person can be overly self-reliant. They might have that awareness that, like, yeah, I like a relationship, but I'm also not scared of being on my own, and maybe feel even safer being on their own. So they dismiss some of their relational needs or their attachment needs. Sometimes this can look pretty abusive, whether that's emotionally or verbally or physically, and they're just not aware of that. They're not really feeling the anxiety, which for the preoccupied and fearful, that anxiety is the mover. We would still say for the dismissing one, there's still that high avoidance, but they're not recognizing that as much because there's the absence of anxiety, or the anxiety is just much lower. Would go into relationships still overly emphasizing themselves as an individual and not really developing that relational piece. Sometimes we would say with preoccupied, they go into connection and lose autonomy. They lose themselves to the connection. Whereas with the dismissing, they are holding on too much to their autonomy, and it's getting in the way of them being relational.